Hello everyone, I'm Megan Kurth.
And I am Mother.
And welcome back to our playthrough of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. In the previous episode we basically went ahead and went a full 180 and pretty much completely turned on Yuri here. And we've been hanging out a lot more with,
The little pink-haired girl?
yeah. So...
It's been so long I don't know none of their names, so...
So, I guess we'll just go ahead and continue
ripping her up.
Alright, what's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse. They start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to...
What the fuck?
Uh-oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs.
Yeah, right.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Minjaro?
They should have given you a choice whether you could say, that sounds totally disgusting, or that sounds frickin' awesome.
Yeah. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
She's a freak.
It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind of that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway.
I agree with her on that. What was that? What?
I didn't hit
I didn't catch that part.
I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I think I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts.
Something about her whole body.
I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Oh, fuck.
I did not like that.
No, me neither.
Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slipped into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry.
I saw the word bathing. What was she doing? Bathing in his eyes? Well, there ain't nothing wrong with being a freak, okay? You know, as long as you're not being illegal or hurting nobody. But
You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to.
I think she feels
Sorry.
guilty for feeling these feelings. You know?
I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here, Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
That's a pretty drawing.
Yeah.
I like that angle.
I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me.
You think?
It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange.
Ew.
My thumb gently letting go of the page and letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
With the gleam in her eye.
Yeah. Really? I was just thinking the way that she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about? Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself.
Breathing is pushing herself?
Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me chew my pizza. I was expecting that to last a little bit longer. And shouldn't Benjaro be feeling guilty because his girlfriend just died and now he's sitting there being all intimately thummy with this lady?
I don't know if he remembers all the stuff from the previous playthrough.
Okay. Oh, is that it?
I think that might be it.
Sorry. Benjaro. Did something happen just now?
And I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
No, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. I guess we'll go ahead and show Natsuki first.
Oh, that'll piss Monica off. Well, it's not terrible. But it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this was one of your good as your last one, I would be completely pissed.
Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time.
Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll be able to find a little influence from us all. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least looked over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. T3BLBIBZB 3VY Rex. Continue.
Benjaro, why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today.
Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more?
I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead. Okay.
You don't hate me, Benjaro, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe.
Don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it.
Please, just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have.
Play with me. Play.
What the hell? And
So, I guess we'll go ahead and share our poems to Monica in the next part.
I guess so. Sorry I laughed.